Hello viewers, update 1.36 is upon us in GT7. So let's take a quick look at the trailer. August update, and brings it with it 4 cars: Chevrolet Corvette, Maserati MC20, the Toyota GR Corolla, and last but not least, the Toyota Ambulance. Also a new livery on the GTR Nismo GT3 car. And so when you jump into the game, you'll notice that you have a slightly different main cover here on the main menu, because this update essentially ties in the update itself with the Gran Turismo World Series event in Amsterdam this weekend and the Gran Turismo movie, which is releasing this month. So there's a bit more than normal. As you can see on the top right of the screen, there's a couple of different panels here. Let's start off with the GTR Nismo. So you'll get shown the trailer. Seen this many times, and I'm in the film, so you should definitely go and watch it. And once you back out, you will get gifted this car, a car which already exists in the game, so it's nothing new really. In fact, I've already been using this exact car. In fact, this is the gift car here, right? But this is the car I was using for the last couple of months. But someone pretty much made this livery like a few months ago, so I was using it for the last few months. In fact, I was using it on a couple of videos you might have spotted. The livery in the car is nothing really new to the game. There is, though, a new time trial, as you can see just above me here. Red Bull Ring in that GTR Nismo. Quite a long event, 51 days remaining on that one. So that one will drag on a fair amount of time. But let's get back to the actual update, 1.36. So we have the 4 new cars added, 2 of which you can't actually access right now. So the Chevrolet Corvette and the Maserati MC20, you can get them now. The Chevrolet is in the Legend car dealership for 126,000 credits. And the Maserati is in the brand dealership for 300,000. As for the Toyota GR Corolla Morizo Edition 22, can't unlock it just yet. You do have to compete in the TGR GT Cup. Just enter one of the rounds and you should get it at the end of this month on the 28th, or buy it from Brand Central late September. And the Ambulance, also available late September, but you can get it earlier by participating in the viewers campaign. And by that I mean this thing up here. And as you can see on the right hand side here, the Toyota Ambulance is unlockable early if you watch the live stream of this weekend's Gran Turismo World Series Showdown 2023 live broadcast, to give it its full name. You can also unlock a 6-star roulette ticket for an engine. And on that note of these panels up at the top right screen, bonus campaign, if you predict the correct winner, you can win a bit of money here. $1 million for the Manufacturers Cup, $1 million for the Nations Cup winner. And I'm going to have to say Toyota are probably going to be the ones to do it in the manufacturers. Nations Cup is also now a team event for the first time. Spain, France, Italy, all 3 very strong teams. And that's why I'm predicting New Zealand to win, with Simon Bishop, Matthew McEwen and Thomas England. So the 4 cars, 2 of them you can buy now, 2 are unlockable in the near future. Then there's the GTR livery, which you could get anyway, but it's there. As ever, we have some more World Circuit events, so like 4 more events here. BAC and FANATEC have been added to the museum. A fire station has been added to Scapes. I mean, that's something I've always wanted that. In the cafe, added a bunch of new details, new designers, some new characters. Point 6 relates to engine swaps. So we have 5 new engine swaps in the game. All American cars, as you can see there, must be level 50 to do them. But let's take a look at the other improvements and adjustments in the game. So just a couple of settings changes for the game in general. And then for used cars and legend cars, there's a new special picks category. As you can see on this car, for example, the R32, so special pick. A couple of changes to scapes, to music rally, to lobbies. Race screen. Okay, so here's a new change that might be interested in. On the MFD, on the HUD for the weather, there's now another level you can go to. So if we jump into a race, it looks a little bit something like this. So you can see, oh, I'm going to try not to crash here. So you can see that's the full zoom. I'm going to crash straight off the track. I'm on slick tyres. So you have the largest extent, 50 miles, and then the closest zoom is 3 miles. So now there's just like one extra setting essentially. And then there's some controller issues which they fixed relating to some of the Logitech wheels and on the controller as well. Now there is something about this this new time trial which I wanted to take a look at, and it relates to the track limit. So usually on these events, if you go wide, you get a penalty, and it ruins your current lap, but also your next lap when you serve the penalty. So you can see here, we go wide, we get a invalidation, the number goes red. But do we get a penalty as we progress up the circuit? No, we don't. It does invalidate the next lap, though. We don't get a penalty. So if you invalidate the lap right at the end, it thinks that you're trying to sort of get a better run up for your next lap, which I kind of agree with, because on the final corner here at Red Bull Ring, you can definitely get a better run up to the line if you go wide. But then let's say, for example, we take the first corner. We're on a clean lap so far. Let's invalidate it, go a bit wide. So as long as I don't invalidate the last couple of corners here, or the last sector, then my next lap should be fine. And this is a positive change. I don't know if it's going to be permanent. So you can see they're crossing the line. This lap isn't invalidated because the invalidation was early on in the lap. So that's definitely a step in the right direction. Whether or not it's permanent, I do not know. Hopefully it is, because sometimes it can be a pain in the arse when you get a penalty on a lap and it kills your next lap. So then you have to restart, but then your tyres are cold, so there's a constant knock-on effect. So this update was it's a bit of a weird one. I mean, the update itself, there isn't a huge amount going on. I mean, 4 new cars, the ambulance is quite interesting, I suppose. No new race cars, which is a bit sad to see. And no new track. There was, of course, the rumour about circuit Gilles Villeneuve being added. We may see that announced soon. Who knows? Maybe even at the Amsterdam event this weekend, something could come up. I suppose the game feels a little bit more alive because of the movie coming out and with the Amsterdam event. However, I think the integration of the movie, I think there could have been a bit more, because this car was already existing in the game. Maybe they could have added one of the other cars they had in the GT Academy competition, or something a bit more. Who knows? There was definitely scope for a bit more, but let's not forget, these updates are free, and the game is a year and a half old now, so I suppose we can't complain too much. But having said that, I still want those race cars. Please do add them. So update 1.36, kind of like the last few updates, it's a bit of a meh update. It's like, okay, well, there's stuff there. Could be better, could be worse. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I always want to hear what you guys think about these updates. On a final note, merch is coming very soon. In fact, we are only weeks away from it launching. I know it's gone on a while, but we're nearly there. Check your inbox. Some of you entered a competition to get the merch early, so have a look. You might be one of the 100 winners of that. If not, you can buy it in a couple of weeks' time. But thank you so much for watching as ever, everyone. Have an amazing day. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.